I want to talk to you quickly about how to self-report your business trade lines to Dun& Bradstreet and actually build business credit this year. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. The thing is that when it comes to reporting your business trade lines, you can have a lender, a business lender actually do it, or you can do it yourself, okay? So if you are a small business owner and you are constantly looking for ways to establish and build up your business credit, sometimes it might really help to really do things yourself. One thing for sure though, when you report to Dun& Bradstreet, remember that there are actually other business credit bureaus out there. You have Experian, and then you also have Equifax, okay? You don't have TransUnion as a business credit agency, but you do have Experian and Equifax. So, but in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about Dun& Bradstreet, okay? How can you really self-report your business trade lines to this business credit bureaus? Let's first talk about Dun& Bradstreet. What is it? I mean, what is DNB as it's really known? So if you are a business owner, you may have heard about Dun& Bradstreet, but may not know exactly what it is, right? So Dun& Bradstreet actually is a company that provides data and analytics about businesses. So what they do is not just about business credit. They just provide all kinds of data and credit. Credit happens to be one piece of data that they actually provide as well, okay? So what they do is that Dun & Bradstreet will gather information from various sources, such as public records and credit histories, and use it to create credit reports and business profiles. So what they do is they sell those business profiles to all kinds of businesses, but also individuals as well as government organizations. So these reports can be used by banks, lenders, and other businesses to make decisions about loans, partnerships, and other financial matters. So the use of a Dun & Bradstreet report can be really, really varied, okay? In short, Dun & Bradstreet is actually a tool that can help you better understand the financial health and reputation of your own business, as well as those that you may be interested in working with, okay? So you know, if you have stakeholders, at least you know what those stakeholders are up to in terms of credit profile, but also overall reputation. So before I dig into how to self-report your business trade lines, it's important to explain to you why establishing business credit is important, okay? I mean, the obvious reason is that you can actually get a loan or you can get a line of credit. That's true. But there are other reasons why establishing business credit is important. Number one, if you are trying to get insurance. See, the thing is, don't think that business credit only allows you to get credit per se. You can actually get business insurance also. If you're trying to really buy an insurance policy, having business credit can help big time. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you are getting to let's say you want to sign a multi-year lease agreement, either with your car or with the location of your office, having good business credit is going to help you get the better rates. Okay. Another way to really think about business credit is that you're able to gain respect from your contractual partners, like your vendors, your customers, your whatever, your data providers also. So establishing business credit actually is crucial for any company. I don't care about the size of your company. I don't care if you are a small business or you're a large enterprise. You want to establish business credit. If you build a strong credit history, your business can qualify for better financing options, for better contractual terms, for better contractual clauses. Okay, and with all kinds of organizations, suppliers, and vendors. Additionally, a good business credit score can help your company stand out to potential lenders and investors, increasing your chances of securing, let's say, funding for growth and expansion. So that's kind of cool because credit is not just in the terms of loans. You can actually use your good credit, your good business credit, also to your advantage in terms of securing some equity infusion, some let's say investments from VC firms, for instance. Okay, venture capitalists. So having a separate business and personal credit can also protect your personal assets in case your business faces financial difficulties. Overall, establishing business credit is actually a wise and necessary investment in the future of your company. So, if you want to self report your business trade lines this year, here are the steps I want you to really pay attention to. The first thing you want to do is to actually obtain a DUNS number. Okay, DUNS number. Now, one thing I need to say is that by self reporting to Dun and Bradstreet, you can establish a credit file and increase your credibility. Okay, and with lenders and other businesses. So, first thing first. Okay, you want to obtain a DUNS number. So a DUNS number is a unique identifier assigned by Dun & Bradstreet to every business. So if you don't have one, you will need to obtain it before you can report to your trade lines. Without a DUNS number, you can't do anything. Okay, that's really important. So think about that. Think about having this sort of possibilities, if you will. Okay, so that's very important. And one thing I want you to also remember is that you want to visit the Dun & Bradstreet website, dnb.com, and navigate to the Get a DUNS number section to request one. So it's actually free for most businesses. They're not charging you anything for it. Next, you want to create a Dun & Bradstreet business credit profile. So once you have your DUNS number, you can create a business credit file with DNB and go to the DNB website and search for the Dun & Bradstreet DUNS number section. You want to enter your DUNS number and follow the prompts to actually create your business credit file this year. The next thing you want to do if you are trying to self-report your business trade lines is to gather trade line information. So collect the necessary information for the trade lines you want to report. This typically includes the creditor's name, your account number, the credit limit or loan amount, the date the account was opened in the first place, and your payment history. Okay, those are very important. So the creditor's name, your account number, the credit limits or loan amount, the date the account was opened, and your payment history. Those 5 elements are going to be very critical. And then you want to access the Dun & Bradstreet Credit Builder. So the Dun & Bradstreet Credit Builder is actually a tool that allows businesses to self-report their payment experiences and trade lines. And you can actually access it through your Dun & Bradstreet account. And if you don't have an account, you can create one on the DNB website, and you have to have an account anyway to actually, access the whole the whole platform, if you will. So that's really good because it's going to help you actually self-report over time, and that's what you want. You want to self-report. Next, you want to report your trade lines. Okay, so after you have to report your trade lines. And the thing is that after you access the Dun & Bradstreet Credit Builder, you want to report your trade lines, you want to verify your trade line data, and you want to monitor and update your business credit profile. Let me explain a little further. So what you want to do is, when I say reporting your trade lines, what happens here is that within the Dun & Bradstreet Credit Builder, you want to navigate to the section where you can report your trade lines. There is only one section, okay? I mean, Credit Builder allows you in a specific section to self-report your trade lines. So what you want to do is you want to enter the required information for every trade line that you want to report, such as the creditor's details, the account information, as well as payment history. One thing I want you to really remember is that you want to be accurate and thorough when providing that information. That's going to help you big time. So, once you enter the info, you need to verify your trade line data. So basically what happens here is that Dun & Bradstreet, they do have a team that's actually trained to reach out to the creditors you reported to verify the info. So simply self-reporting the data doesn't mean that it will go into your record right away. No, Dun & Bradstreet will do the research to confirm, to corroborate the data you just put. Okay, so make sure that you have permissions from your creditors to report their data, because they may need to confirm the accuracy of the info you provided in the first place. And finally, you want to monitor and update your business credit profile. So once your trade lines are reported, you want to regularly monitor your business credit profile on the Dun & Bradstreet website. ensure that the reported information is accurate and up to date, and you want to address, if whenever possible, you want to address any discrepancies or errors promptly. Now, one thing I want to say here is that just remember that Dun& Bradstreet Credit Builder is actually a self-reporting tool, and that Dun & Bradstreet may always verify. They will always verify the info you provide with your creditors. Okay, so that's important. So what I want to say is that not all creditors may be willing to verify or report data. So the ability to self-report trade lines can vary. It's really essential to establish relationships with vendors and creditors who are open to reporting your payment history to actually enhance, okay, to enhance your business credit profile, especially in the long run. Now, let me talk to you about how a business credit score is calculated. When you think about Dun & Bradstreet, you want to be around. You want to have a Paydex score. That's how they call the score. You want to have a Paydex score of around 80. That's considered good. Okay, acceptable. Anything above that is actually good. Okay, and the score goes from 0 to 100, with 0 being poor and 100 being really excellent. So a business credit score, aka Paydex score, is actually calculated using various factors and methodologies depending on the credit reporting agency. Okay, so one of the most prominent credit reporting agencies for businesses, Dun & Bradstreet, uses the Paydex scoring system. Okay, so what goes into the Paydex scoring system? Let's talk about that. So you have payment history, you have credit utilization, and you have credit history length. You also have public records, company size and financial performance, and finally you have also industry risk. Okay, that's really important to think about. So basically, I want to first talk to you about the payment history so that we have a clear idea how to really go about. So when you think about the payment history, this is actually one of the most significant factors in determining a business credit score. What it does is that it really assesses whether your business or a business in general pays its bills on time, including trade credit, loans, and other financial obligations. So late payments or defaults can have a negative impact on the score. And you also have credit utilization. So credit utilization refers to the amount of available credit a business uses. It compares the total credit used to the total credit available. So higher credit utilization may indicate a higher risk and can lower the credit score. It is actually generally recommended to maintain a low credit utilization ratio, like below 30%, if you will. And finally, the credit history length. So the length of a business's credit history is also taken into account. So a longer credit history demonstrates a track record of financial responsibility and stability, which can positively impact the credit score. Next, you also have public records, company size and financial performance, and industry risk. Let's quickly talk about that. So when I speak about public records, basically you have stuff like bankruptcies, you have liens, you have judgments, you have collections. So all those elements can adversely impact your business's credit score if you have them, or any business's credit score, by the way. Okay, so negative public records can lower the score, while a lack of public records or positive records can actually have a positive influence. And that's what you want. And you want to be in that situation. Okay, and you also have the company's size and financial performance. So some credit scoring models, including the Paydex score, may consider the size of the business and its financial performance indicators, such as revenue. Okay, you have assets, but also a net worth. So a larger and financially stable business may receive a higher credit score. And finally, you have the industry risk. So certain industries may inherently carry more risk than others. So the credit scoring models, including the Paydex score, may factor in the industry risk to assess the creditworthiness of a business. For example, industries with high failure rates or economic volatility may have a lower credit score threshold. So what I want to say here is that it's important to note that different credit reporting agencies, including Dun & Bradstreet, may have their own scoring models and methodologies. Okay, so into this conversation, I just share with you what Dun& Bradstreet has in place, but maybe Experian business or Equifax business has a different sort of a different take on the whole subject. So basically, some credit reporting agencies may use additional factors or use different scoring systems to evaluate business credit worthiness. So what I want to say is that it's really advisable that you maintain good financial practices, make timely payments, manage credit responsibly, and monitor your credit reports regularly to ensure accuracy and also identify areas of improvement. So the thing is that if you want to use your business credit score to get financing, you have to really first ask yourself, what kind of business credit score is the lender asking for? Because unless you have a large enterprise, or let's say you have a mid-sized company, or unless you apply with your EIN, your company's EIN, most lenders want to really base the decision on the owner's credit score, the owner's personal credit score. Like they don't care about the company's business credit score. Okay, so you got to really ask yourself, what kind of Paydex score is the lender asking for, or what kind of personal credit score they're asking for, what kind of FICO score they want. Okay, so it's important to really do the research beforehand. And what I want to say also that if you want to apply for business credit, like a business loan or a business line of credit, you always want to really see if you can pre-qualify first. Pre-qualification means what? You have a soft pull. Nobody's going to do a hard pull on you. Nobody's going to really like deny you because they saw that you have like a low FICO score. No, if you go through a soft pull, you can see how much you could potentially, I want to insist on that, you could potentially qualify for. And once you go through the soft pull process, they'll make you an offer. And if you like what you see in the offer, if you want to proceed further, then basically you can just go ahead and see how much you can qualify for. But at that point, you'll get a hard pull though. Okay. But hey, listen, it is definitely fine. And you constantly want to make sure that you increase your credit. When you think about your business credit, it's not just about loans and lines of credit. You also have to think about your net 30 vendor accounts. Those are critical. Those are going to help you actually increase your score real fast this year. Okay, this is important to keep in mind because most small business owners, they think that they can only self-report like loans and lines of credit to increase their credit score. No, you can also self-report your net 30 accounts. You can self-report your open lease agreements. Because if you are making payments every single month to the landlord or to a utility company, you might as well just get credit for it. Okay, so this is really a great way to really diversify the categories of credit providers that you have. So, as closure into this conversation, I spoke to you about how to self-report your business trade lines. I'll give you the overview, the steps, and now the closure. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.